Okay, this Union Pacific ZTS book just kind of came across from a friend. This one's dated for 2001. It looks like 2001 Union Pacific changed their format because this is a 1989 ZTS book. And it's been working on this one. I've done half this book so far. I've got the other half still to do. But you see this one is same size as a spins book or as even a timetable. And starting in 2000, they went with it to a larger size. So this one here is unique in several ways. One, it's a larger format, but it gives a whole lot more information. So here we have a Grande, hope I'm saying that right, Seniority Hub. He shows the entire map that's covered by this book. Here. And it's, it's a colored map book. Shows everything. Okay, next page. So this is book 105, Portland Service Unit. The Air and Spokane subdivisions. So it lists all the stations and what page number they're on that this book covers. This is the first using a book this large. See how it works for us. Okay, the next page here lists everything that a ZTS book or a Santa Fe Click book or a Southern Pacific Spins book does. Gives you the forward, explains to you what the numbering system is. Explains to you what the rules are and what is expected by the crews. But your track codes here tells you what's a yard, tells you what's a customer, what's a rip track. So keep these numbers in mind when you're looking at the different pages so you know what you find. Then down here with work completion, what you're supposed to do, any revisions. And I found the revisions be interesting because there's a form they fill out that they forward to ZTS updates, and you mark up the form in green for something that's added and red for something to be deleted. So there's that page. And here's our first one. This is for the Portland Service Unit, Portland and LeGrand subs. Across the top here, we have the names of the tracks. So you get all in one shot. And the tracks. There's a Y in there, passing siding. It's a small yard. And then the next section below is blank. Some of these are multiple per page. I'm trying to go slow, so if this is something you're modeling, this is something you're researching, you can do a screen grab on it and then come back later and watch the rest of the video. But that lists all the tracks for the Portland and LeGrand sub and Umatilla industrial lead. So there's your names. And then down here, check out that track layout. A little something for everybody in there. Next page. This is Portland Service Unit, Ayers Subdivision, Cold Springs, Oregon, and Juniper, Oregon. So they'll say here, this is the Cold Springs, this is Juniper, and then this is blank. So it tells you which section, what the track numbers are. And then they do a little box to show you that this is separate because it's more distance than just an inch, or just the next track over. And we're coming up to the air, more the air division. You got a Y in here, and looks like a loop track at the bottom. Gives you the name of your towns and what's laid out there. Go for our next page. Then we have 1, 2, 3 different towns in Washington. There's track numbers, and then down below you see the little boxes separate them from the other ones, so you know that it's 3 different towns, 3 different tracks, 3 different zones. This is still Portland Service Unit, Ayers Subdivision. That information's right here. And then our next one is Walker, Washington, Page, Washington, and Matthews, Washington. Hey, words I can pronounce. Next one we have Ayers Junction, Park, Washington, and Ayers, Washington. So Ayers, Washington here. So you read the names there, and then you see they're separate. They got 1, they got 2, they got 3. Got a cool little Y in there, and interesting diamond here, or cross over a bridge. Coming up to the next one. Hooper Junction, and 2 more. It's another Y. It looks like this Y goes under a bridge. I haven't been to this part of Washington yet, but it's on my list. I retire in June of 2024. Then I'm going to get in my bus and I'm going to travel the country and visit some of these rail yards and other places on my list. Okay. Wells, Washington, Crossgate, Washington, and Cheney, Washington. I know someone who lives in Cheney. So that'll definitely be on my list of places to go. The next map looks like it's an overall map showing where everything is in the Spokane area. And it gives 9A, 9B. So I'm guessing these correspond with maybe the different, I don't know. I just got this book yesterday. Still figuring out how it works, but I thought I would share it. Then we have Spokane, Washington, yard 3, 2, and nothing noted for the other one. The dashed lines here and here are the BNSF. Everything else is Union Pacific. And we have another yard coming up. This will be the Wallace subdivision, Spokane, Washington. Here's all your tracks. Classification, different companies, Convoy 1 through 4. Convoy is a trucking company that I see in Southern California. So I guess they have multiple tracks maybe for piggyback. And then here's the yard setup for Wallace subdivision. This is yard 01 in Spokane. To the next one, we have Parkwater in Millwood, Washington. It's actually easier to handle than the little books. And I have to be flipping back and forth the pages. This is Trentwood, Washington Yard. Interesting, it's a triangle. Makes you wonder what the significance is, why it's a triangle. But I have to go out there and find out. Next one is Portland Service Unit Spokane Subdivision. Check out all those. That's an interesting layout for tracks. Warehouses. And the next one, excuse me, Grand Junction, Idaho, Austin, and something I'm not going to dare pronounce. I have a cough that will not go away. This is my second take on this. You have to deal with coughing, sorry. Bonners Ferry, Idaho. Meadow Creek, Idaho. So we're working our way east from Washington into Idaho. Darn that cold. Yakima and Richland Industrial Lead. Kennewick, Washington. So it goes back and forth right there on the border. Well, we come to the end because the bell's about to ring at the school. So this is Plummer, Idaho, Mozart, Idaho, Worley, Idaho. And the next one is Fairfield and Rockford, Washington. The next page is blank. And then on the back side of that gives a list of all the booklets like this one and telling you what divisions they cover. So it gives the hub, the book number, and the description. There's San Luis Obispo, Bakersfield, West Colton. Coming into Yermo, Yuma, Provo. Not that order, but makes it easier to find out at least what books you have and what books you need to complete everything. And then you have this cool system map in color on the back, very back page. So shows everything. This down here is your legend. Let's see if I can move over. You get the legend of the colors. The dots are trackage rights. So if you look at between Yermo and Bakersfield, that's basically Mojave there. It shows that they have trackage rights there. And then back west there's a lot of trackage rights. Correction, back east there's trackage rights. So there you are. This book is complete. Hope it's helpful. Thank you. Bye.